This is Trixie. She is a ragdoll, about 3 years old. She's had 3 kittens so far. Starting at 8:30 this morning, it's now just after noon, and she's pushing, so I'm pretty sure there's another kitten coming very soon. She's a seal bicolor. Babies are born white. Ragdoll babies are born white, and it will take about 2 weeks before we know their full color and pattern. I can see we're starting to have a baby come out here. Oh, and this is a really quick one. As you can see, babies are born in sacks generally, and they either spontaneously break when they're born, or sometimes we have to break them. In this case, it does not look like this broke, so it's important to get the baby's mouth uncovered so it doesn't drown. That little noisy one in the front was her firstborn, which is the most vigorous one. It's a little boy. And then we have another girl and boy, and we will wait to see what this one is. If it's a dry birth where the sac breaks before they start to be born, it can be difficult for the mother sometimes, and generally we have to help. But in this case, it was a pretty quick, pretty smooth process. So they lick them quite a bit when they're born, and then she'll try to get the placenta out, which sometimes the mothers will eat, sometimes they won't. They don't have to. There's a lot of protein in it, so they do like it. I'll let her work at the baby for a little bit. I know it's breathing, it's out, before I'll kind of help. Sometimes we'll step in and we'll just help that placenta be birthed so that we can weigh the baby. You can see each kitten has a different colored little elastic around its neck, so that several times a day we weigh them, make sure that everybody is nursing well, gaining weight. Kittens are typically over 3 ounces when they're born. These babies have been 3.6, 3.8, 3.8, so they're good sized babies. Much less than 3 ounces, you have a hard time having them survive. The gestation is pretty short, so if they're a few days early, those babies can lose a lot of weight. It's either 63 or 65 days, the gestation. This is Trixie's second litter. She's not quite 3. Oh, maybe her third litter, actually. You can see she's stimulating that baby. You can kind of tell by looking at the other ones who was born first, because the blue one's totally dry, the pink one's drier, the purple one's still a little wet. And this little guy, as you can tell, pretty new, all wet, but mommy will dry the baby up pretty quickly. The room that they're in is kept pretty warm. I keep it 75 to 80 degrees because they can't control their body temperatures yet. And it's important that we maintain a warm room. She actually gives birth in a show cage. I showed for many years. And they like this because it's a very enclosed, quiet, covered area for them to have their babies. And the babies will stay in here until they're about 4 weeks old or so, and then after that point they'll start to venture out and they'll eat food. I'm just going to see if this little guy is separated yet totally, so I can wipe it off a little bit. Oop. The placenta is still in there, but if I tug gently, usually I can get it out. Yeah. She's trying to eat it right now. Break that with their teeth, or sometimes I'll break it with my fingernail. So I'll try to do 2 things at once here, so I'm using some of the pictures. I'm a little upset because it lost a nipple. And that's the birth of the kitten. This is Greerdans Ragdoll Cattery in Kingsborough, Mass.